Okay, so this tutorial is going to be a brief introduction into the use of the stair component in Revit. And so we're going ahead and we have a tester file, we have a first floor and a second floor in our guy here, and we're going to go ahead and use the stair component under the architecture tab. So if I just click this, I can immediately pop into this. We're going to want to first set the base level where we're going to start, and then we're going to set where we're going to finish. So I'm going to go from the first floor to the second floor. And if we go into edit type here, we can go ahead and also look in here and we can set the tread dimensions and the height. So Revit's going to automatically figure out what the actual things are, but we have to set the maximum and the minimums for those who actually get the geometry to work out properly. We can also set up the width of our stairs here, the run width here. So we can go ahead, I've adjusted that from 4, it's going to be 3 by default. So we can go ahead and hit OK. And if we go into floor plan view, we can start to place these in. So it's already taking me out of that. We can go, there's a couple different types in here you guys can explore and play around with, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do the standard here. So we click run, now it'll go back in and it'll enable us to attach this in here. You'll note that we have an automatic landing set on, so that'll come into play here in a second. So if I click and draw, I'm going to go ahead and it automatically has figured out that we need 21 stairs here, right? And so now as I scroll through here, it's going to go however many stairs I need to create in order to get the top here. So I'm going to just draw the first 10, and then it's going to create that first set of stairs. Now wherever I pick this up, it's actually going to pick that up and generate an automatic landing here for us to actually place on there. So then I'm going to go all the way up to 21. And now I can do some things with the align tool to make this thing start to snap to my geometry. So I'll go ahead and lock that relationship. I'll go ahead and lock this relationship. And we can go ahead and get that stuff set up. We can also dimension this and create a consistent dimension between these two things. So we wanted that to remain consistent as well. I'm going to go ahead and leave that alone for right now. So if we go into our 3D view, we can see that we now have created a stair with no rails here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Complete my sketch, and it automatically threw these guys on here. Now I can either choose to select these and maintain these. So if I don't want these rails to actually be consistent on this guy, because we can come in here and we can do this as well. We can do the close on different sides. So we can see that that's, oh, so go ahead and we can take these guys and delete the rails off here as well. So I'll go ahead and change this back. And now I can go ahead and place this in here. So we can go ahead and get these rails set up. So I go back into the architecture. I can place a railing by the host, and then as soon as I pick the host, it's going to automatically dump those guys on. And then I can come in here and edit these guys. So if I say I take this guy, I can, under the drop down here, I can change that to one of the other guys that's in here, and it's automatically going to change this. So, and then there are some things in here, you're probably going to have an error pop up that's going to show you guys, tell you guys that you don't have a very good transition or the rail is broken. And that's because I've already adjusted this, but if we hit tab and select this, and unpin this so I can edit it, I've gone ahead and changed the transition here from simple to a gooseneck style to accommodate for that particular rail solution. So I can go ahead and hit apply if you want to do that. I'll go ahead and repin that. Alright, and so we can come in here, and this is if you're going to be designing a bank or if you have some custom rail stuff, you can also get in there as well. So you can see if we're doing a parking garage in our house, we can have that appropriately be set up with some of these ready-made stuff. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and just set this back to the regular old handrail. So I encourage you guys to go through and explore this stuff as you guys see fit. But that's essentially how you guys are going to do that. You can also, whenever you guys do the landing, so if I wanted to place another one, I'll go back onto the first floor here. If I dump this in a diagonal, wherever I pick that up, it's going to automatically create that. And you can turn that off, and you can see here sometimes it does some really weird stuff with all that. But it wants to do this in a clockwise direction. So we set that. We can also select this stair and flip the direction. So it's going to start from there and move around. And you can't really see that from this view, but if I go like this, I can flip those transitions. So I'll go ahead and, I'm just going to go ahead and delete this out. Alright, and so that's basically how you guys are going to put together your stairs.